I got to talk about it all again in the interview. Perfect. Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I had the pleasure to be joined by the Commonwealth Silver Cruiserweight Champion, the mighty Oak, Lewis Oakford. Lewis, how are you today, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
All good, mate. All the better to see you on the top table ahead of your fight with Aloys Junior. I mean, what an opportunity this is for you, back on the big stage, back under the bright lights, mate.
Yeah, back. You know, just exactly what I wanted. Obviously, I've been on this stage before, but things didn't go my way, unfortunately. But you know, there's only two ways you can go: you give up or you bounce back. And I felt like, you know, I'd done what I needed to do to bounce back in the best fashion, getting a good dominant win in my last fight, taking a title, Commonwealth Silver, which catapulted me into this position. And here I am back on the big stage. Yeah, different promotion. Here with Frank now instead of Eddie, but it's great. You know, I'm looking to take full opportunity.
Definitely, mate, as well. Obviously, the last time we spoke was ahead of your fight with John Hedges. We were just talking about it off camera. Good fight, John done the business, but how important was it for you to get back into that big fight with Vaughan Miller? Didn't want to take a journeyman, you wanted to go back in there, a 10-rounder, in a good fight as well.
Yeah, no, it was a good fight. We've had history as well, and it was a fight that got me up as well, especially after the disappointing decision with the Hedges fight. It was a fight that was there, it was lingering, and I felt like, you know what, this is a great fight for me to bounce back and get myself back in the mix, grab a title while I was at it, and also put to bed a rivalry as well, which I believe I've done. And so, you know, now it's just about pushing on and, you know, making the most of this, because I know I've got my hands full. Aloys is a good, tough fighter, explosive, and I feel like what it's going to do is it's going to bring out another side of me as well. I think styles make fights, definitely, and I feel like these two styles that gel, they're going to gel perfectly in a sense, or in my favour, I think, as well. And I just feel like it's just going to, it's just going to bring out the best mighty Oak yet.
Definitely, mate, and we look forward to seeing it as well. Obviously, we'll talk about Aloys. Obviously, on the top table, obviously, Dev was talking about kind of his punch power, all of these things that make him a marketable fighter. But you obviously very respectfully dismissive of those type of things. But I mean, yeah. How are you feeling going into this fight with someone who's got the reputation Aloys does?
I'm excited. You know what I mean? I think that it's for everyone else to pick and speculate about, you know, who's got what and who can do what. I think for me, I'm just a confident fighter in the best of times, and you know, the knockout ratio for me doesn't matter to me. I've been in with big punches before. They're just stats at the end of the day. They haven't fought me. That's another thing as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's easy to put people away when they're standing in front of you, but I've never been put away. I've never been knocked down, and there's a reason for it. And the reason is because I'm not there to be put down, and I'm not there to be hit like how these guys are putting people away that are sitting there in front of them. So look, on the night we'll find out and see, you know, what's what. But for me, like I say, I stay confident. I stay comfortable in knowing that, you know, my coach takes care of, you know, the strategy of the fight, you know, the game plan. I just show up to training, make sure that my body's in tip-top shape, you know, get the work done, and you know, on the night it will show. You know, like I said, I can do 10 rounds pretty comfortably, and all I'm going to do now is add to that, and yeah, just excited, really.
Definitely, mate. As well, would you say you're Aloys' hardest fight today?
Most definitely, I'm his hardest fight today, and you know, I wouldn't argue and say that he isn't mine, but I have been in there with. I think I've had tougher opposition than him. I believe his last fight was quite tough for him. He sort of kind of made quite hard for himself, in my opinion. But yeah, boxing has surprises, and obviously that was a hard night's work for him that night, and he didn't put that guy away. I believe it's just because the guy weren't there to be put away. Simple as that. When you step up in the levels, you can't just put people away like you used to in fighting a lot of journeymen or whatever. So things changed very, very quickly when you step up the levels, and I'm aware of that. I believe definitely I am his hardest fight to date. No, most definitely, yeah.
Definitely. Final one from me, Lewis. Obviously, new training team as well, heading into that fight with Vaughan Miller. But yeah, what new things have kind of you learnt teaming up with your new trainer, mate?
Yeah, it's been great. It's probably the best move I've made with this team here. I've known Andy Gill for years, since I was an amateur, and it's just come in perfect timing for us to start working together. And I feel like it's just God's time. And I think sometimes you go on your own little path. And obviously for me in my boxing path, I was with another coach, and he was a very good coach himself as well. A lot of respect for Matthew Hurst. But I just felt like in my life, I just felt like in my boxing career, just needed a bit of a change. And I think it's the right change. And I think that at the moment, I'm just going from strength to strength. And yeah, I just think that, like I said, it's just timing, because I could say, oh, I should have done this from earlier. But I think that everything builds you to a certain point. And I think that that's what it's done. I've just gone on my path, and it's led me to now me and Andy work together, at Amersham, Evolve Gym. And it's just great. It's just bringing out much more of myself, as far as boxing's concerned. And just looking forward to many more fights to come, to keep showing that. Do you know what I mean? And yeah.
Definitely, mate, and it's paid off with that win as well. Lewis, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Best of luck December 7th. Cheers, mate.